Hello everybody, and welcome back to another JA Diecast iRacing Talks episode. Missed last week because I was at New Hampshire. We replaced it with the vlog, and that'll be the first thing I want to talk about. But before we do, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Check out all the links down below, and let's get into it. So I said I wanted to start with the vlog. I had one for New Hampshire. Like I said, that is why there was no iRacing Talks last week. But while we're on vlogs, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you haven't seen the videos that I posted last week, or I didn't mention it in all of them, I don't know if I did or not. But the next vlog, well, if things stay the way they are, there should be at least one more vlog. Actually, I'm gonna turn the volume down here. There should be at least one more vlog. And that'll be the Full Throttle Fall weekend vlog in New Hampshire Motor Speedway with the Whelen Modifieds. ARCA, I think, will be there. The American Canadian Tour. I'm pretty sure Legends cars are going to be there. So I will be vlogging that. If things stay, and what I mean by stay the way they are, if Corona doesn't get any worse and we're still allowed to be at the racetrack, which I think we will be because I'm pretty sure they're selling tickets, then I will be there. And that will be the second vlog. So, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully you guys are too. And, so, just keep your eyes out and stay tuned because I'm excited because I like modifieds. It's one of my favorite types of racing. And, I didn't think I was going to get to see any. Where I go to college is like, it's 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes, like 15 minutes away from Thompson. And 40 minutes away from Stafford, and a little over an hour from Loudon. So I get to see a good amount of modifieds when I'm at college, but unfortunately, I'm going to be online, so I won't be able to see as many modified races as I would have. Even with Corona, I was going to go to some, but a plus side of that is since I'll be online, the content should be more frequently, and I'll be able to post more on my pages and upload more on my YouTube and just kind of be more active. So I'm excited for that part of it. The next thing though is about the truck series. We had a truck race. I think it was just one truck, one Xfinity. Well, no Xfinity, but Xfinity was at Road America. But the truck race at Michigan, I didn't see the end of it. I had to go do something else with about 11 to go, I think. I heard Zane Smith won. Congrats to him. He's earned it. He's been racing big all year. He's had a lot of impressive finishes and a lot of impressive races and pulled some nice moves. So it's good to see him do well, especially because everybody was, not really in full support of him after last year, and I was one of them. I didn't think he was going to be as good as he has been, but he's really stepped it up and been a big player. So the top 10 for the trucks at Michigan was Zane Smith, Christian Eckes, Tanner Gray, Tyler Ankrum, Todd Gilliland, Brett Moffitt, Raphael Lessard, Derek Kraus, Parker Kligerman, and David Gravel in 10th. So pretty cool top 10 there. Some names you don't always see: Tanner Gray, Ankrum, Lessard, Kraus, Kligerman, and Gravel. I'm pretty sure that was his debut. If not, that was like his second or third truck race. Dirt guy, so. But the thing I wanted to talk about was, I've always noticed, and I mean it's obvious and it's easy to see, but I've always really noticed how short the truck races are compared to Xfinity and Cup, and it really showed at Michigan because they were shortened races anyway and big track. But I really want to see the truck races go a little longer. Add 50 more laps, or maybe even not that many, maybe just like 35, 40. But I like the truck series. I think it's great racing. There's a lot of competitive trucks. Well, at least when Kyle Busch isn't racing. But I think it's great racing. Like I said, there's a lot of competitive trucks, so it's really anybody's race. And it's a great series because everybody's, competitive, so it's not one car running away from it or running away with it. Um, Everybody's young. Well, not everybody, but most of them are young drivers trying to prove themselves and make a name, so they're being aggressive and trying to go get it and make it happen. And the trucks just look cool. They're Friday night, usually Friday night or Saturday, so it doesn't get much better than Friday night racing. There's nothing to hate and everything to like about them. So I really want to see the Truck Series races just a little bit longer, not even that much. Like I said, 35, 40 laps, just to give it a little bit more, I think would be awesome. And the thing that sucks is, not everybody watches these truck races, so not everybody will understand what I'm saying right now, and they won't get what I'm talking about, So if you don't really watch the truck races, you definitely should, because they're nothing to sleep on. Now the next thing, just want to point out here, this is the NASCAR road course at Daytona, where no race Friday, but on Saturday it is. What's Saturday? So on Saturday is actually just the Xfinity Series race at the Daytona road course at 3. And then on Sunday, you got trucks at the road course at noon, and the Cup Series at the road course at 3. So I'm excited. It's a new track layout with no practice, so that'll be something to really pay attention to, and it'll probably be, I don't know, I don't think it'll be too aggressive, because I think these guys are going to kind of just let it go and get through it, without practice for a little bit anyway, so they don't wreck, the first couple laps. But I wanted to talk about, or just not talk about, but just point out, I can't promise these laps here are going to be the cleanest. I was just kind of trying to hurry and get the laps in so we could get some sort of on-track stuff. But I will be, I probably will be uploading a video at this track here next week, probably sometime between Tuesday and Thursday, one of those days most likely. I'm excited. I want to get a shot at it and try it. I think road racing's fun. It really is, and in these trucks it's a challenge too, so we're going to give it a shot. Next thing, being at the Daytona road course for the first time in NASCAR. Kyle Busch all season has struggled, and he's put the blame on not having practice to work out the car, work out the team, get things in order. But I think a lot of people right now have forgotten that he raced the Daytona 24 back in January, one of those two. But he raced it just a few months ago. So, him talking about no practice, this could be, obviously the cars are completely different and the layout's just a little bit different, but this could be his chance to prove how the practice might come into it. Because when you think about it, in a way, he's got more practice at this track right now, at the layout, than any other driver in the sport. Obviously, they'll use iRacing and simulations and stuff like that to get an idea of what to expect, but Kyle Busch was just on this track for a good, at least for over 24 hours, racing and watching and just being there, learning about what to expect. So I think he could have a shot at it, honestly, if he keeps it up front, keeps it clean, which is obviously the key to any race. But he's got the most practice at this new track, new layout, so maybe he'll figure it out and prove that the practice is why his team has been struggling all year. I'm kind of pulling for him to win at least one race. You get a superstar like Kyle Busch, who, if he goes to a season winless, two-time champion, it's going to be a big headline, and I don't know what that'll mean. There'll probably be some repercussions around the sport from it, but all I'm saying is if he does win, you better watch out, because he's going to go on a tear if he wins. Like, he's going to be winning every other race, and it's going to be just nuts. So, I'll have to keep an eye on it, but next thing to talk about is the Xfinity race. And I think the race started at noon, I believe, right around there. And there was a rain delay on like lap 11, and I fell asleep, and I woke up at like 2:45, and it was still lap 11, just beginning to go green, so a very lengthy rain delay, but a good race. Road America is a pretty cool track. It always puts on some pretty good racing. I mean, most of the road courses do, but I'd like to see the Cup Series go here. I think it'd be pretty cool. I think the Cup Series needs to add more races, just a few more, get some new tracks in there. I think that would be pretty cool. But the race itself was pretty good. They were kind of flirting with rain all day. They were talking about it, and then all of a sudden the rain went away, and then it came back, and then it wasn't there, and then it finally stayed for a little bit, which I don't think there's been a rain race in NASCAR since 2017. So it was pretty cool to see some strategy with the rain tires, and if they needed them at the time because they were thinking it might go away. So some of the cars took them, some of the cars didn't. And it was just cool to see that. And just cool to see a rain race in general. I wish it was a little bit longer of a race. Obviously, well, not a longer of a race, but it rained a little bit longer because it stopped with... it's still a good amount of laps to go. It kind of stopped raining, but I wish it was a full rain race. I think would have been pretty cool because it's just fun to see those. But the race itself, awesome, pretty cool finish. Top 10, Austin Cindric won. He did earn that, but still not as big as Fan. Allmendinger second, Briscoe third, Kaz Gralla making his second start of the year, I believe, finishing fourth. Andy Lally finishing fifth, Noah Gragson sixth, Ross Chastain seventh, Preston Pardus eighth, who also restarted with like 2 or 3 to go on the pole, not on the pole, but on the front row. Ryan Sieg ninth, who was restarting second, I believe, and Michael Annett 10th. So, pretty cool names in there. Gralla, Lally, Pardus, Sieg. Pretty cool to see them. There was one caution there at the end. Justin Allgaier was destroyed. That car, like, it tore the whole, I think it was the right side of it. I honestly don't remember. But it was one of the sides hit the wall, and it just scraped the entire thing right off. And you could see the roll cage, and you could see inside the car, and it was just torn apart. It was a pretty hard hit. But he was alright. There was another car involved in that, not as bad, but I think it wasn't Maya Snyder. But there was 2 cars involved late in the race. Allgaier was going for it, and it's just one of those racing incidents, but it was definitely torn apart. So, most torn apart I've seen a car in probably since Ryan Newman at Daytona. So, yeah, and that's how that race was. Like I said, great race. I wish the Cup Series would go there. Add maybe one more road course, 1 or 2 more road courses, but they're also adding Nashville, so they're doing their part with adding new tracks and to the schedule, so that's pretty cool. Speaking of Nashville, about a month away from Nashville being added to iRacing, so excited for that. Keep your eyes out, and I'll probably do another one of those like tour videos for it, just to try that out, show you guys what it is and all that stuff. Next thing is a big piece of news. The Choose Cone is here to stay, at least for the season. But the Choose Cone, basically, if you don't know what it is, if you didn't see the races and hear about it, it's coming to 1 to go under caution, about to restart. There's a triangle past the start-finish line with a box in it, and you have to choose one side of the triangle to go on. You can choose to go outside or inside, but if you hit the box, you got to go to the back. And basically, you choose outside or inside where you want to restart, and it doesn't. You just get to choose. Like, it's kind of hard to explain because of how simple it is. You get to choose which way to go, which before it was inside or outside based on your position, but now you can go either side, which throws a whole new aspect of it, and it's a new strategy, and it almost worked out for Chase on the Saturday race. He got himself up from, like, I want to say it was like 11th to 2nd, because every driver, maybe not 11th, maybe like 7th through 9th, somewhere around there. He went from like 9th to 1st because every driver chose the outside. They went to the outside of the cone, and he went to the inside, and he gained all those positions. So I think it's awesome. I love seeing it. It throws, like I said, a whole new strategy in. It all depends, inside or outside, off of, who will push you. So that adds a team aspect into it. Teams can work together to get on one side to go. It depends on the track. Depends on, PJ1, if there's any of that, if it's worn in, worn out, that kind of thing. It brings a whole new aspect to it. I love it. It's come into a play, to play a lot, the last 2 races at Michigan. So for its debut, it almost got Chase Elliott a win. I think he made a mistake though, because he used it to get up to 2nd, and then there was 2 restarts after that, and he was in 2nd for both of them, and he needed to go to the opposite lane, but instead he just decided to follow Harvick. I don't know. I mean, obviously I know why he thought he could get around him, but me personally, I would have thought you would have gone to the opposite lane to try and get a push, but just because you're up there at that point of the race, you just need a nose out, and you could win the thing. So, but I love the choose cone. Let me know what you guys think of the choose cone, your thoughts. I know a lot of people love it, I know a lot of people hate it. Me, I'm on board with it. I think it'd also be pretty cool if iRacing added it. I think it'd be a mess for sure, because people would be hitting that box left, right, and center, and they wouldn't want to go to the back, and then everybody would get all bunched up, and people would be swerving left and right before and after the choose cone, hitting each other, and it'd be a mess. But I think it'd be one of those things you have to kind of introduce, the iRacing series, just to kind of get the more talented people, I'll say, a shot at it first, to kind of see if it'll work. And because I know in some of those C-fixed races I do, and dirt races, I mean, obviously it wouldn't be on dirt, but I know in a lot of the C-fixed races I do, there are some people that I just don't think could handle having a choose cone. Like I was saying, they would swerve after the cone and hit you and cause a big pile up. I think it'd be cool, but I don't know how it would go. Next thing I want to talk about, Bubba Wallace and his negotiations with Richard Petty Motorsports. For about the last week and a half, not Richard Petty, Bubba Wallace has been talking about his future in the sport and his potential car or ride next year. Everybody's been all over the place with it. Obviously, he drives the 43 right now for Richard Petty Motorsports. He's been doing better the last 2 or 3 races. He's been getting better finishes. He almost won Saturday, Michigan. He restarted 4th, I think, on the final restart. So fell back a little bit, but he was running up front there, and he ran up front. Got another top 10 on Sunday, I do believe. But it came out that Richard Petty, while in negotiations with him, was thinking about offering him a stake of ownership of the Richard Petty Motorsports team. So that was out there for probably 3 or 4 days, and then just yesterday on Sunday, it came out that he has owned a part of the team since 2019. So there was that. There was a lot of frustrated people out there when they said that he was potentially being given a stake of it. I don't really have anything to comment on that. You're just, I'm kind of, it is what it is. There's nothing good or bad about it. But then he was talking the last couple days, like after that whole thing, he was talking about his offers, and I don't remember the whole quote exactly, but it was something like, I've got a lot to think about, and I've got a lot of stuff on the table. Frankly, the 43 is offering me a ride, and so is the 42 at Chip Ganassi Racing. The 42, one that Kyle Larson used to drive around in. Matt Kenseth really kind of been bad in. So I don't think he. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Part of me thinks he's going to go to the 42, but part of me doesn't. He did say just because he owns a part of the 43 doesn't mean he's going to race there his entire career. So the 42 is probably a step up from the 43. So it'll be good if he does go there to kind of see what he can do in just a little bit better of equipment. But I kind of hope he stays in the 43. And this whole thing about Matt Kenseth taking over the 42 and being really kind of bad. I mean, he had that 1 second place at Indy, but other than that, I mean, he wrecked 3 times at New Hampshire. So, I mean, he's been bad, but I think that just shows that we didn't appreciate Kyle Larson enough for what he did in that car, and just how much talent he really showed in that thing. Because Kyle Larson was getting, not great finishes, but there's a couple top 10s, but he was almost always inside the top 15. But Matt Kenseth just has not been able to do that same thing. So hopefully Kyle Larson will be back in something. Probably at Stewart-Haas, what they're saying, but you'll never know. Last thing I want to talk about is the 95 of the Levine family racing team. The whole team has been sold. Not shut down. It was sold, so the cars, the shop, the trucks, the equipment, everything like that is going to somebody. I mean, somebody they have not announced the buyer yet. Hopefully they will soon, because I know I'm anxious to see who it is. I know a lot of other people are too. But I saw this meme, like joke post, that Kyle Larson Racing bought the 95 and will be returning to the Cup Series. And if that happened, which it probably won't, I doubt he'll buy his own race team at this point in the Cup Series. And if he did, I don't know how it would work, because they were a Toyota team and he's a Chevy driver. At least he was anyway. I'm pretty sure he still is. I don't think he'll start his own Cup team at this point. But I'm hoping somebody buys it, and we'll think about giving him a shot. Hopefully it's not one of those Xfinity drivers that's just got the money and the sponsors to get him through the Cup Series. Hopefully it's somebody like Larson or an Xfinity Series driver who has earned and done his time to finally get that chance up there. But I'm ready to see who it is, so hopefully they'll announce it here pretty soon. But that'll just about do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you check out all the links down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.